So I hope you can see the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And this page was done yesterday.
No change of this one, change of pronoun. Was it done?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am, it wasn't done. No, ma'am, wasn't
No,
done.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, no. So let's do one thing. Let's start from change of pronoun. And yesterday, what we did, let's just move on to that and discuss that in short. Yesterday, we learned some of the rules for changing direct speech into indirect speech. With the help of some examples, we came to know when we need to change it and when we need not change it. But here, what we learned is that, yes, we learned change of tense. Next is not all the time the tense changes. In some cases, the tense remains unchanged. This is the next point that we came to know. So today we are going to start from change of pronouns. If the speaker is in the first person, the pronouns in indirect speech remain unchanged. See, I said I am bored. It's in inverted comma and there is a full stop and inverted comma. I said that I was bored. So if the speaker is in the first person, that is I, the pronouns in indirect speech remain unchanged. They do not change. Number two, if the speaker is in the second person, the pronouns in indirect speech are changed to the second person. You. You is the example of second person. You said, I have a new bag. You said that you had a new bag. Anything that you didn't understand about this part? Anything that you found difficult to understand?
No,
No, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. If the speaker is in the third person, the pronouns in indirect speech are changed to the third person. She said, I have a headache. She said that she had a headache. So in this case, in the second case, or when we are transforming the sentence to indirect speech, we are adding that. I hope you notice this as well. She said that she had a headache. So when it's in third person, if the speaker, the pronouns in indirect speech are changed to the third person. 1, 2, 3 points already done. So let's move on to the fourth point. The pronouns you, your, and yours are changed according to the person of the addressed person in the indirect speech. Again, the pronouns you, your, and yours are changed according to the person of the addressed person in the indirect speech. She said to me, your mother was looking for you. She said to me that my mother was looking for me. Yes. She said to him, your mother was looking for you. She said to him that his mother was looking for him. So the person, that means is it first person, second person, or third person, whatever it is, accordingly it will change. She said to him, third point, These shoes are yours. She said to him that those shoes were his. Okay. So do you have any doubt regarding point 4?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. Number 5. The demonstrative pronouns this and these are changed to that and those. This changes to that and these changes to those while changing a sentence from direct to indirect speech. Yes. Tarun said, I was absent on this day. This is in direct speech. Let's see the indirect speech. Tarun said that he had been absent on that day. This changed to that because this is an example of demonstrative pronoun, and we have to keep in mind that this changes to that and these are plural changes to those. This thi is this is singular in number. They're talking about some singular noun and it will remain the same. That means the same means it will change to that only. You cannot change this to those. Instead, you can change it to that. Whereas these suggest plural number, these, these suggest plural number, so it will change to those. These, those. See, next sentence. Vicky said, these are my toys. Vicky said that those were his toys. These changed to those. The number, it remained the same. That means these is an example of plural number, so it remained the same. It only changed to those. Those were his toys. Anything? Any other question?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. So this part is over. We discussed how pronouns, they change when we change something, a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. Change of modals or modal auxiliary verbs. Modal auxiliary verbs. I hope you know this. Modal auxiliary verb. I guess you have some idea about this, right?
Yes,
Modal
ma'am.
auxiliary verbs are mainly helping verbs, such as can, will, may, shall, and must. These modals, they change to could, would, might, should, and had to, respectively. Like, can will change to could, will change to would, may changes to might, shall changes to should, and had to. Must changes to had to. Let's see. Let's look at these two examples. He asked, can I take the corner seat? He asked if he could take the corner seat. So when it's a question, when you're asking something, in case of indirect speech, you must add the word if or whether. He asked if, or he asked whether he could take the corner seat. So it can be any one of them. It could either be if or it could be whether. Could take the corner seat. Can changes to could. Next, Romy asked, may I get a cup of tea? Again, Romy asked if She might get. May changes to might. Get a cup of tea. And again, we see they have added if after the word asked. Asked if. All right. Change of reporting verb. Depending on the meaning conveyed by the sentence in direct speech, different reporting verbs are used in the indirect speech to replace words like said and told. Okay. So we cannot always use said and told all the time. That sounds kind of boring and so so much, you can say common, so much boring and common. He said, they said, she told. No. Instead, we can use some other words as well instead of said and told. Let's see what are they. There are some interesting words that you can use. Look at this table. Function in direct speech, order. Reporting verb in indirect speech, ordered. Request, requested, pleaded, implored. Yes. So many options, so many choices. Advice, advised, urged. Advice, we can say prohibition. Advised, forbade. Direction, directed. Suggestion, suggested. Warning, warned, or cautioned. Addressing someone directly, called. You've got to keep this table, like whatever is written in here, you must keep them in your mind. You must try to remember these words. They're very important. You can't always use said and told. You have to understand the nature of the sentence, like what do they mean? Maybe that means the speaker, what do they mean? You have to understand that and use these words accordingly. Watch out. The reporting verbs told and asked are never followed by the word to. Yes, told and asked, these two words are never followed by the word to. He asked me, what is the time? Not, he asked to me. We say, he asked me, what is the time? We don't add any to, just after the word asked. I told him it's 6 o'clock. Not, I told to him. We say, I told him. He asked me and I told him. He asked me and I told him. Any question, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Next point. If the reporting verb said has an object, said has an object, it is always followed by the word to. He said to me, are you all right? Not, he said me. So this one is wrong. This one is incorrect. We cannot say he said me. We must say he said to me. Why? Because the reporting verb said has an object, me. The reporting verb said has an object, me. That's why we need to say it in this way. He said to me, are you all right? Okay. Again, we shall get back to this point where you can use other words instead of said and told all the time. The queen said to her advisor, go fetch me a map of the kingdom. The queen ordered her advisor to go and fetch her a map of the kingdom. So here the tense did not change. Do you know why? This one. Go, go remain the same because they're using to, T or to. To go, we say. So when we are using something as an infinitive, we don't change the tense. To go, to play, to eat. We don't say to, hello? Hello? Who is that?
Ma'am,
Can you
mute
please
yourself.
mute the microphone? Akil, you should know some manners. Okay. So when it is a case of infinitive, we don't change the tense. Like to go, we say to go. We say to eat. We say to play, and so on. Infinitive is generally obtained by adding this suffix to in front of the verb. Or it's not necessary that you have to use this suffix to all the time. You can use them without the suffix as well. You can use the verb in plain form as well. Okay, but in this case, we're focusing on the reported speech. The queen ordered. So instead of said to her advisor, we will replace this with ordered. The queen ordered. Samson said to his brother, you should wake up early and go for a jog. Samson advised his brother to wake up early and go for a jog. Yes, if I say job, that's also correct. We generally have to wake up early and go for a jog. This is the sentence. But if I say it's a job, I'm not sure if it's gonna be
What is the meaning
correct.
of job?
Job, J-O-B, job. That means we have our work and all. No, I think that won't be correct. So let's see. Samson advised his brother. So this sentence, the tone or the nature of the sentence, it suggests that Samson is advising. He just simply advised his brother. You should wake up early and go for a jog. Yes, it sounds like an advice. Correct. So we are going to use this word advice. Okay. So yes, another question. Mrs. Macpherson said to her student, don't go out in the dark. So your job would be to understand the type of sentence and answer me. Who would answer? Mrs. Macpherson said to her student, don't or do not go out in the dark. Anyone who would like to solve this? Hello?
Ma'am, I can't see the screen.
It's not on the screen. This is a question that I asked on my own. It's not in the book.
Okay, ma'am, ask the question. That repeat.
The question is, Mrs. Macpherson said to her student, do not go out in the dark.
Mrs. Macpherson advised his advised her student, do not go in the dark.
No, there is
To
something
not to
wrong.
go in the dark.
Yes. It should it be
Mrs.
an advice?
McPherson advised her.
I think Mrs. Macpherson
Ma'am,
warned her student. Like, don't you think we should use the word warn?
yes, ma'am.
If I use the word warned, like, would that be wrong? Would that be incorrect? Instead of advised, I must use the word warned. Like, do not go out in the dark.
Yes, ma'am. Warn is also okay.
Yes. Mrs. Macpherson warned her student not to go out. Not to go out in the dark. This would be the sentence. Okay. So I think this is the last part, change in time and place indicators. But we have
Ma'am,
near about
I think my network became low, so I can't hear your voice properly. It is become very cracking.
hello. Am I audible
Yes,
now?
ma'am.
Okay. So change in time and
No,
place
ma'am.
indicators. We have near about 6 minutes less.
Cracking.
Is it still choppy? Is my voice still choppy? Am I still
Now okay.
glitching? Am I still glitching?
Ma'am, now okay.
Okay. Look at this table to understand how words indicating place and time are changed in indirect speech. Now becomes then. Here becomes there. Today becomes that day. This morning becomes that morning. Yesterday changes to the day before. Tomorrow changes to the next day. Next week changes to the following week. Ago changes to before. Thus changes to so. Last night changes to the night before. Hence, or from now onwards, it will change to thence. Come changes to go. This is
Ma'am, will yesterday change to the previous day?
yesterday change to the day before or the previous day. You can say that also. Okay, that's not incorrect.
Ma'am, and tomorrow the following day.
Yes, tomorrow, the following day, or the next day. Okay, so one thing remains. This is the exercise. We write the sentences in indirect speech. I guess you've already done this, right? You said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I have done.
Any other?
Ma'am, I have also done.
Good. So
Ma'am, I have done.
good.
Ma'am, I have also done.
So your homework would be to answer the questions or solve exercise B and C.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Exercises
Okay, ma'am.
B and C. Okay. So this is your homework, exercises B and C. Okay. So
Ma'am,
try to-
tomorrow there will be weekly test.
No. There is
Okay,
one notice that has already been served. Go through the notice
Yes, ma'am. I have
carefully.
seen.
You will come to know everything. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay then. Okay then.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
ma'am.
I'm ending the meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Happy
Happy
to the
holiday.
vacation, ma'am.
Happy holiday.
Thank you, ma'am.
Happy holiday.
Hmm.